Pakistan have had so many problems is shown up there in the World Series points table. They've played 7, they only have 3, and they cannot make the finals. Now, this was a beautiful, fine Sydney day here. Temperature around about 28 degrees and a big crowd in the offing. Around 25,000 people at the start of play to see these two teams, Australia and Pakistan, take part. No shortage of excitement in the very first over. The third ball, David Boone should be running. Missed. It flew off the pad to mid-wicket. Ramesh Raja came around and threw, gathered it in well, and enter Boone stage left just there. But he still would have been 4 or 5 yards out had the ball hit the stumps. Alan Border won the toss and decided Australia would bat. A good toss to win. This was the same pitch as used for the Test match.
Nice shot. Bullish on leg stump. Fast outfield. Goes all the way. Very good over for David Boone. 12 runs off the over. No wicket for 19. Change at the members' end. Wacky Yunus coming into the attack. Well bowled and well played. They go all the way. It's very fast, the outfield today. In fact, it's lightning fast. David Boone doing a beautiful straight fire, off or onside. Fine shot.
Very good shot indeed, but what is today? Haven't been very lucky in the field yet either.
That shot should give Mark Taylor a bit of confidence. It's an area where he's had a few problems just outside off stump, but he struck that one really well.
Actually, there's a little bit of a look of surprise.
Excellent shot there from David Boone. And despite the dive, it gets into the gutter for yet another boundary to David Boone.
None for 84, Australia.
That'll be 50 for David Boone. Nicely clipped off his toes through mid-wicket. It's been a very good season for David Boone. Another good 50 for him.
It's just at the right time too, just before the first final. Against the West Indies, it's always nice to have your top-order batsman scoring freely. Boone played a very solid knock away to a flying start. He's consolidated and he'll go on. Fine player.
And the same for Mark Taylor too. The crowd rising twice in 2 balls in succession to salute a 50. Again, very good knock by Mark Taylor. He's played with a lot of confidence today at the SCG. It's home turf, home territory for him. And of course the New South Wales crowd will be enjoying that on his behalf.
Important innings for Mark Taylor to regain confidence. 4 fours, good scoring rate. So is the race on to see who can get to 100 first in these conditions. Today it looks as though it's quite feasible. These two men just keep going.
That's in the air. It's going to be caught. It's a nicely judged catch. Syed Anwar at deep square leg. No sooner have we talked about the possibility of 100, and David Boone has holed out at deep square leg. What a shame that is.
Yes, he'd be very annoyed with himself there. He played so well. He was so careful to place the ball. This time he's going to hit across the line. Pretty well judged catch that. Put low down. There's the off-spinner just getting a little bit of turn maybe, but Boone hit off the meat of the bat, straight down the throat of mid-wicket. Caught it easily. And the first wicket is down, that of David Boone.
There'll be runs here. That's beautifully hit by Mark Taylor. In fact, so well timed that the man out at deep point, Syed Anwar, can't get round in time. It's a lovely shot for 4. He's gone. Mark Taylor is bowled, trying to late cut Asif Mustaba down towards third man. The bottom edge off the bat. Nasik Mustafa strikes for the second time.
As Mark Taylor will figure he's thrown away 100 here. He's played pretty well today. He's been badly out of form. He was set. The makeshift off spinner, just the arm ball. Just went on with the arm, bottom edge, back into the leg stump. He's out clean bowled. So 2 wickets in a row for the orthodox spinner. Very important for Pakistan.
Maybe not the best piece of fielding I've seen. Longman probably missing leg stump. Mushtaq asking the question. Umpire Terry Prue deciding not out. Longman from Mushtaq.
Steve Waugh not quite picking this one, but it turned quite a bit.
It's Dean Jones to face Mushtaq Ahmed.
Dean Jones picks the gap this time. That's well struck.
That was beautifully struck by Zero Tall.
That's the wrong one, and he's gone this time. Overdoing it on this occasion, trying to cut against the spin. Mushtaq tosses up the wrong, and Dean Jones goes for the late cut. He cuts it too fine into the stumps.
And Mushtaq pitching up a bit more there. Wasn't as short as the previous delivery, and the wrong one. Dean Jones goes 13. It's 3 for 1, 4 to 4.
Again, Steve Waugh making room on the offside. This will be 4.
Yes, the man at backward point had no chance of cutting that one off. It's a very fast outfield. Steve Waugh.
2 fieldsmen behind square. Should be only the 1 run, but the way the Waugh brothers run, there's trouble now. That's out. Mark Waugh thought Steve was looking for 2. Steve ran as though he wanted 2 runs. Mark responding very much to the feeling that Steve Waugh wanted the 2 runs. He turned and started to go. Anwar was the fielder on the boundary. He'd run around to his right.
Yes, Javed Meandad substituting as wicket-keeper. Will be quite pleased with his performance there. Steve Waugh seemingly coming back. Mark Waugh responding. Well, that was pretty close. But Australia lose their 4th wicket.
Alan Border is the new batsman. He's out there to replace Mark Waugh. A little bit of a mix-up between the Waugh brothers.
Steve Waugh has got to take a fair proportion of the blame. I think into full stride coming back. That's what encouraged Mark to go for the second, and he was well short. Good throw from Saeed Anwar.
Actually, Mark Waugh did very well. At one stage, it looked as though he'd be...
Throw it back in. Steve Waugh moves very quickly to 45.
45 runs have come from just 55 balls.
Let's clip that nicely. That's a fine shot. Bad luck. Good try by the fieldsman. Made a good effort there. Anwar, but couldn't control it with his feet. It was a well-timed and placed shot.
Strongly enough to prevent the boundary. Steve Waugh on 49.
Oh, well, that almost affected the stumps. That brings up the 50. It's a fine knock. He's going to run a ball. It's timed the ball sweetly. 4 for 211. Waugh not out 50.
Steve Waugh's taken a liking to this Sydney Cricket Ground. 100 here in the Test match against the West Indies. And now a very good and very quick and fluent 50 against Pakistan in this last of the World Series qualifiers.
A very good strike rate, 87.7. And Australia now have got a very good platform to build on for these last 5 overs.
Water hits that wide of cover. It's going to go all the way. The outfield superb here today. Full value for your strokes. 14 off the over. 4 for 215. No ball, and that's 4 more. The Australians lifting their strike rate in these final overs as we expect. 6 wickets in hand. Dad, captain and wicketkeeper today. Quarter on 18 of 27. Wacko Yunus continues from the Randwick end. Crash. Caught! What a catch! A ripper! A cover! Asif off the ground. That's a gem.
That's a wonderful catch from Asif Mustaba. Not a tall man, as you can see there, stood next to Wacko Yunus. And Steve Waugh really did smash this ball away on the offside. And that's 2 hands just above his head there, feet off the ground. In the end, Asif Mustaba very nonchalant indeed. It was a very well-hit ball from Steve Waugh. He's going to take something like that sort of brilliance to stop Steve Waugh in his tracks today. He's played very well indeed. Dismissed now. Court Asif bowled Vakar for 64. Australia are 5 for 230.
Ian Healy with a strike rate of 90, an average of 20. Wacko Yunus the bowler. 5 for 230. Oh, sure, he's gone. Yes, he's got 2 in a row. Come in front of Ian Healy. Wacko Yunus keeping the ball well up to Healy. Gets him LBW for a duck.
Well, 2 and 2 for Wacko Yunus. Might be a little bit late in the day. This is the first one. Steve Waugh smashing it away on the offside. And that's a good view of that catch from Asif Mustaba. And then 2 minutes later, Ian Healy right in front of the stumps. Not too much doubt there for Steve Randall. That's one of the easier decisions he'll have to make in an umpiring career. No joy for Ian Healy. Daddles the duck, comes out of hibernation. Australia are 6 for 230.
Greg Matthews on a hat-trick. And Javed Miandad, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the circle. He's going to bring in the super knot. Wacko Yunus wants a man, and he's pleading with his captain, give me a catcher, captain. Yes, he gets one. The short leg coming in, and the man coming up from deep backward square leg into a catching position at square leg. So just a short leg in for Wacko Yunus on a hat-trick. Yes, he gets one. The short leg coming in, and the man coming up from deep backward square leg into catching position at square leg. So just a short leg in for... Oh, beautiful ball and well played. It was there. He had to get bat on it. Matthews did well.
Try and get Australia's total up above that 250 mark. Of course, we're expected straight away to find the middle of the bat, come what may.
Hinted in swing, and Greg Matthews did well to get his feet out of the way and his bat into the way. Well bowled and well played. Matthews good enough to get some bat on that. It was at the stumps or thereabout. He dabbed it away for this stage of the innings. Matthews on 4 at the moment. He's only got this and 1 more over. Trying to get Australia's total up above that 250 mark. Of course, we're expected straight away to find the middle of the bat. Come what may.
It's well striking. He finds a gap border. This could go. It's very fast. It's a fine stroke. Making some room. Foolish delivery. He beat cover.
Again, that's a beautiful shot from Alan Border. Created the space for himself. 3 fours, only faced 34 balls. Good strike rate of 82. The fine leg's coming up now. Always dangerous. Up inside the circle.
He won't want to bowl down the leg side of the leg glance. No, he knocks him over. Over goes the Castle. Good length, very full. Border clean bowl for 28.
Well, that's the way to come back. Beautifully directed delivery from Wacko Yunus. Dead on target. Alan Border again trying to give himself room. Sets himself to go on the offside. He looked very closely, just a little bit of a way swing from Wacko Yunus to Alan Border. It's a good hand from Alan Border. Very good scoring, very quick scoring.
Tony Dodemaide taking guard, up by Steve Randell. Waka Yunus picking up 3 wickets and a very good spell for Pakistan.
Good view from stump vision.
Fine shot, that's going all the way for 4. So that brings them to 250.
Melbourne viewers leave us now for National 9 News.
Good shot. Beautifully placed. The outfielder coming around quickly. Does well. They may go for 4. It's a long throw. Here comes Dodemaide. Good running. He's out. Well, Java does it. Dodemaide going for the 4th. Tony Dodemaide got the Staggers with about 3 metres to go. A direct hit from the captain and he's run out going for the 4th run.
The throw goes wide. Joe and Meander have spotted the fact that Dodemaide's got a long way to come still. That's a very close run thing.
It's a good piece of effort by the young outfielder there. It's been a long, hard day in the field. It's chipped to mid-wicket, just the single. So after 50 overs, it's 8 for 260.
Welcome back. Well, that was a wonderful performance from Australia. They are in good form at the moment going into the finals of this Benson Hedges World Series. They played brilliantly in Melbourne the other night, and I reckon 230 would have been a decent score for them here, and this card shows just how much better than that they find.
Ramiz Raja opens his account in great style. That'll be 4 runs. Tim May is out there as 12th man. Fielding for David Boone. There's a bit of swing there and it should have been caught. Tim May continues his rather unfortunate form in the field for Australia.
Yes, that should have been caught. Not a very difficult chance at all, but Tim May hasn't been having a happy time in the field. Straight to him, very comfortable height, chest high.
That's one of the better shots we've seen so far from the Pakistan batsmen. It really has been quite a happy atmosphere. Even before the game started, people were rushing. Hasn't been too many. And there's another of the many shots that we've seen here this afternoon, and that one will race away to the boundary. A very fast outfield at the SCG. This warm weather really means for fast scoring as the outfield at the SCG gets very fast. Again finding the gap here, and that will get away to the boundary. Not going to waste a lot of energy running tonight, Ramiz Raja, none for 23.
Well, there you are. It's a start for Dodemaide and for Australia. Inside edge. But they all count when the batsmen have been tied down and feel themselves forced to start playing strokes. Ball to the captain and Dodemaide, the man who flew over on the red-eye special the other night to Melbourne, now combined to take the first wicket.
Amasa Hale's been in poor form for Pakistan. This just about sums up his lot. He's dragged that ball back for a long way.
Couldn't be straighter. Right to the middle of the side screen at the far end.
They've got 32 runs on the board. We're in the 12th over. Ramiz Raj has been in good touch. He's on 20. Salim Malik on 0.
And we'll see why. He's picked this ball up nice and cleanly all the way into the shot.
Tim May diving away to his left. Has now got a long chase, slow chase now. The ball has already reached the boundary. Again, another beautifully timed shot.
26 years of age, 9 matches for him, and 13 wickets. Interesting bowler. He's only quickish medium, but moves the ball a lot off the seam. And occasionally off the back.
This is not a wicket on which you can really err in line and length like that. That run rate required. Still hovering roundabout now just below the 6 runs per over mark. Pakistan will be happy to keep it there. And that'll ease the problems even more. It's a lovely shot.
Ramiz Raja 28 and Salim Malik 6.
They can't, of course, lose their status as world champions until the next World Cup comes round in about 3 years' time or so. That's going to go straight up in the air. It's going to be a chance for Ian Healy. That's a very poor shot from Salim Malik. I'm afraid his tour of Australia is going to end on a very disappointing note. It's another success for Tony Dodemaide. He's bowled well enough to take the wickets at the southern end. Has been expensive, but Salim Malik has gone.
Well, it probably wasn't quite as bad a stroke as Inzamam ul Haq's the other day, although that is subject to seeing the replay again. Well, there's not much between them. 6 for Salim Malik. Caught Healy bowled Dodemaide, and it is now 2 for 46. Javed Miandad comes out at 2 for 46. Salim Malik has just been dismissed. Ramiz Raja is there on 28.
Javed not quite timing at 100%, but it's so quick out there. There's a very tough chase for Mark Waugh. Well, it's just about gone behind the roof of the Brawongle. Can't get a glove on that one, and it's very fast down there. So a fortunate 4 for Rami.
Runs there. Javed Miandad has got hold of this one. Javed Miandad just querying the positioning of Alan Border's field. He's hit that ball very well. And as soon as he's hit it, he's turned to the square leg umpire to say, look, it's a no ball, there are only 3 men in the circle. And in fact, the man has just come in. That's it, that's his 50. Typical Ramiz Raja on drive. Plays it nicely, very straight bat. Just about as straight as the one he's offering to the crowd to acknowledge the applause. That's a good shot. It's cleared Alan Border at mid-wicket. And we've seen the ball race away to that particular part of the ground many times today. 4 runs all the way.
4 runs all the way. Tasmania batted. Those championships will continue as Javed Miandad goes over the top. Mark Taylor can't cut the ball off before it gets to the boundary, so Pakistan starting to build up their run rate.
Ramiz Raja also fancies his chances and has a little bit more success. It's another boundary. Ramiz has hit a few boundaries in his innings tonight. He's just hit his 9th boundary.
Started his innings with 3. There's 3 scoring shots for boundaries. He just brings up his 9th boundary with a very well clubbed hit away over the close inside field and hit the gap between the outfielders.
He's gone. Completely mistimed this flick on the leg side this time. Disappointment for Ramiz Raja just when he was going so well. Success for Greg Matthews. Success for his perseverance there, but Ramiz Raja is not happy.
Ramiz misjudging this shot, going back, thinking about hitting it over the top, but got himself into a rather awkward position, got himself cramped. Not one of the more difficult catches that Alan Border has had to take. Ramiz Raja is on his way for 67.
Inzamam ul Haq.
A lot of caught and bowls or caught on the drive. Just like that.
Well, we saw a brilliant catch in that position by Asif Mushtaba. He's a bit shorter. That one wasn't quite as far over Mark Waugh's head. But a very good catch. It was hit extremely well by Javed. Javed is very disappointed.
Do you think the Australian captain is absolutely delighted? Went right off the meat of the bat. A splendid catch by Mark Waugh. Javed has gone for 41, and it's 4 for 132.
Pakistan were going along very nicely with Ramiz and Javed on top.
Pakistan was fighting for
Here in the Test series. They're only playing a 3-match series in the Caribbean. Got him. Away goes Wazir Akram. Might have the batting order right, but they haven't got the strokes right at the moment. Plenty of overs to go, 18 of them, and there's a bit more body language.
Wazir Akram doesn't normally hang about when he bats, but he really mowed right across the line there. Out for a duck. And Pakistan. Terrific placement there from Inzamam. Had to beat Mark Waugh and keep it away from the outfielders.
108 needed.
It's gone a long way. That'll be 6.
That is a very big hit. Pitches way towards the Bill O'Reilly stand. It's not plumb in the centre of the ground.
Matthews not plumb in the centre of the ground. Flash back to the front of the old member stand.
Asif goes well to mid-wicket. That's beautifully placed and timed. The hero of the tie at Belrive. 50-run partnership. Pakistan, that's the key if they can bat out the final 8 overs.
Getting very close, putting the cricket down. 5 wickets in hand. If both of these batsmen survive, you'd almost put your money on.
It's well played, chips it over, short cover. It's very fast, it's 4. Back into the attack. He whips that nicely to square leg. That's a very good start by Asif. Fine young player, this man. Brings up to 200.
They certainly can't complain about lack of entertainment tonight. Has been a good match.
Bowling, he's given some room. Right into the middle stump goes McDermott. Beautifully bowled, fully swinged, the end of a fine knock. He's clean bowled for 40.
And the end of another middle stump. That one completely shattered. That's what Craig McDermott needs to do. Inzamam ul Haq goes for 40 or 46 balls. Pakistan now 6 for 204.
Leading up to the climax here. Australia have the advantage. He's got the bat on the ball here. It's not going to carry to the mid-on fieldsman. Steve Waugh is down in that position. 2 runs eventuate.
2 runs eventuate. Makar trying the unorthodox. That was a long strike, nice into the gap. Found some space out there. Quite a lot of space in the outfield of the SPG. Unfortunately for Pakistan, what they really do need is to see that ball.
The last ball of the over, he's found a gap here. That'll go all the way to the boundary. Still not quite enough runs. 9 runs from the over, 6 for 218. It's well struck. Nobody is going to be able to stop that. There's a certain air of inevitability about this now. The Australians not really fussed in the field.
Inevitability about this now. The Australians not really fussed in the field. But they were very fast when they went into bat. David Boone and Mark Taylor got Australia away to a great Taylor 58. Dean Jones batting with a broken thumb. Managed 13 before he dragged one on. Steve Waugh, probably his best one-day innings for the summer. 64 from 64 balls. Mark Waugh was unfortunately run out in the mix-up with his brother. Alan Border, a very quick 28. Greg Matthews, not out 10. Paul Wright, not out 2. The Pakistani set about getting 261. Ashish Mustafa, 46 not out.
We'll see the Australians get up in a very pleasing win for them with the finals coming up. We'll have the first final here from the SCG on Saturday. Steve Waugh was the man of the match today. Alan Border applauding his team for a good performance, well supported by a big crowd here at the SCG.
That's a good performance from Pakistan.